Joint Investment Conference. And with us over the phone, one of the co-founders of the Egyptian-European Council, Engineer Mostafa Waly. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Dr. Waly, what's your comment on the, and how did you follow up the conference so far, and how do you see the timing of the EU-Egypt Joint Investment Conference?
Actually, it's a very important event, taking into consideration the whole situation in the world and in our region. And it shows again the importance and how strong the relation between Egypt as Egypt and the European Union at large. And in such situation of what's going on around us, it means that the confidence from both sides is on top, especially with upgrading the relation between Egypt to get to the strategic partnership. So it's a very important meeting, and I wish the best of success for all what should be come out of these meetings.
Right. Well, sir, and the EU companies are reportedly signing investment deals potentially worth more than 40 billion euros with Egypt. How do you read this number?
Well, I can't hear you well, but I think you are talking about the presence of the too many Egyptian and the European companies are in this meeting, and a lot of MOUs will be signed.
I'm talking, yes, about the MOUs and the deals that are potentially worth more than 40 billion euros. About the figure, how do you read the figure, 40 billion euros?
Well, exactly, specifically what you mean. I just want to know the range and the activities you are looking for or you are talking about.
Yeah.
You mean the type of cooperation or the field of cooperation?
Yes, yes.
Yes, it will cover very important and the latest of the requirements in the development of Egypt and also what is needed for the European Union at large. So if we talk about, for example, the green energy, which in this case will be in the form of green hydrogen, which is a very high potential that Egypt could be the hub in this business, and also in a lot of other items in the latest technology in the industry and in a lot of areas.
Great, sir. How far do you see the success of the conference being held here in Egypt?
Well, the success, of course, so far it is a real success. Just, you know, to have the lady head of the European Union, especially of the last latest and the last election of the European Congress, I mean the European Council there in Europe, I mean where this lady is the head of it, and it's representing the total and comprehensive agreement of the European Union for certain policies, including the neighborhood policies. And Egypt is on the top of this neighborhood policy.
Right. Well, sir, how do you see such gatherings and economic and investment conferences would be a help and a real assist to Egypt during this economic hard times in Egypt?
Well, you are talking about the importance when it comes to the economic side of this, the economic side of such meeting and the effect on Egypt. This what you mean?
Yes.
Well, we have seen and we have heard the figures pronounced and I mean announced by the lady, Miss Ursula von der about the numbers and the figures, and it's confirming that the European Union is going to put all its power behind the Egyptian economy, because this will be for the goodness of both parties, the European Union at large and Egypt. And it's very promising, actually, and the success of that Egypt is put now from the European Union on the top when it comes to the possibility and the potential of investment in Egypt in many industries, and the demand for very qualified labor and qualified personnel, and they are going to help in this. This was, for me personally, it is really very, very good news, because they will take care of a very important issue when it comes to a successful investment story.
Yeah. Sir, what are the major objectives and the expected outcome of this conference?
Well, let's see, and let's see how it will come. But at least out of explaining and out of the declaration of the intention of both sides, the Egyptian side and the commitment of the Egyptian side and the commitment of the European side, if at least, the agreements when it comes to this establishment of or pushing for new investment and encouraging new investment, and from the Egyptian side, this is from the European side. From the Egyptian side, encouraging, making making Egypt a hub for investment in Africa and the best place to invest in Africa, one of the most potential and successful investment areas. This actually will be the proof that all the commitments will be fulfilled. Let's hope.
Yeah. Sir, the holding of this conference is a great opportunity for Egypt to boost investment and trade ties with the European Union countries. How far do you think this statement is true?
Well, on the level of bilateral, on country-to-country basis, we are maintaining the best relations in general, of course, with all the European Union countries, including even UK, which is now out of the European Union. But the success in implementing as much as we are now discussing, or what was discussed in this meeting, and the outcome of this meeting, this will be very important. This will be very good, and so I hope it will be success, because immediately it will show the success of Egypt of fulfilling its commitment to the relation.
Great. Well, I would like to thank you so much, Dr. Mostafa Waly. Many thanks for your insights, sir. And dear viewers, with this we come to the end of this coverage of our special edition for the Egyptian-European Council conference taking place here in Egypt. Many thanks for joining us.